Hello, everyone. Firstly, I want to take the opportunity to thank you and welcome everyone to join today's demo session on AWS cloud computing. And here we will talk about the cloud computing, the business, the market, how it's going on, and also we're gonna talk about how we gonna complete the AWS Solution Architect certification and why it's needed and what is your first step in this new normal. I'm Harun. I'm a technology architect. I have been in this industry for more than 12 years. And most of my time, I engage with my clients as a consultant, as an advisor, as an a DevOps professional, where I solve their business problems, building the solution, and building the solution architecture for their application in AWS Cloud, Azure Cloud, and Google Cloud, based on the customer requirement. But this course is mostly focused on AWS Cloud Computing because we believe that this is one of the leading cloud provider. And if you start your learning in AWS and later on you have the opportunity to learn other cloud computing provider as well. So I welcome everyone. Let's see in this demo session what we can cover, and it will give you a slide idea how we'll develop this course and you're going to learn, and how after completing the course you will utilize the learning in your professional career. So in Pragra, what you will get, basically, we are a trusted partner. We will help you to develop your skill, your transferable skill, so that you can be competent in the current new normal. What I mean by that, current new normal is no matter what kind of IT jobs you're gonna apply, what kind of um, like of web development, it's a software development, it's a technical support job, it's a solution architect job. The recruiters, the hiring manager, they will look for some specific skill, whether that particular job is required or not. They are looking for a specific skill, like do you have some cloud computing knowledge, do you have some DevOps related knowledge, do you have some programming knowledge. So what we offer in Pragra, we will help you to transform your current skill with some additional knowledge and skills, which will help you to clear your interviews, to job placement, to help you so that you'll be confident in the market. And we have in progress couple of courses, not only cloud computing. We have a dedicated courses for DevOps, for programming language, for machine learning, for AI, for business intelligence, for big data, for security. We have bunch of other courses as well. So from here, what you can get, we come here, we'll help you assess your current skills and will guide you through your career, and so that you can be in the get a quick job or any placement in the market. So before I want to start this course, I want to talk about a couple of more things. So you might heard about a couple of buzzwords going on in the market, like what is DevOps, what is cloud computing, what is agile, what is microservice architecture. Basically, initially, like if I come back like 8 years, 9 years back, these are like kind of new words coming in the news. But nowadays, these are no more a buzzword. These are like every required words you need to know, every required skills you need to have, because you need to be competent in the market. Okay, so this is a new normal and you need to be part of this new normal. So if you are not yet getting this qualified with this experience, don't worry, we are here to help you. We'll build this course in such a way so that you can become one of those like IT expert who is like who is competent in this new normal, which is competent in this new IT world. We can call it new IT. Why we call new IT? Because this is not a traditional development anymore. People are not talking about, hey, I will have a web application. Give me a web server. I will install my application there. Then I will put in my data center, and later on it could be available with public IP address. People are not talking about these things now. They are talking about, hey, I have an application. I don't know where I will put my application. I don't care about. All I need to know that my application, my website or any app should be available for my end user. I want my end user to be like satisfied. I don't want any slowness. I don't want any problem in my application. So I don't need to worry about where I will host my application. Okay. So how you guys, like you IT guys, will help me? Tell me. And I don't want to go deeper how it will work. Tell me the solution for me. This is the kind of business thing. The business people, the CEO, CTO will come to you and talk about this. So the job of us, the job of solution architect is really understand the big problem of the business. Like it could be a big problem. They have a software, they have a web application. And the job of a solution architect is to solve this business problem with a defined solution which can be implemented by technology. I'm not talking about that the technology can only be cloud computing. It can be anything, but it can be implemented by technology, IT technology, or whatever the technology we will gonna learn. Okay. So our job is, as a solution architect, will be work with the customer, try to understand their challenges, try to understand what are their pitfalls, and try to understand what is their high level goal. Okay. Then come up with some idea, come up with some solution, propose them, give them some idea about the cost, and help them to implement the idea if they accept your idea. Okay, so this is our job. It's not an easy job. So to be like successful in this new world, okay, in this new normal, we need to be good architects. And normally how these good architects work? Good architects define the system by some abstract knowledge. What I mean by that abstract knowledge? I mean by that some solution already implemented by someone. Okay, so you take the solution, then this solution already proved, hey, it will definitely work. Then based on this customer requirement, maybe you need to customize this solution and build a new like working prototype for the customer, which can be expandable and also maintainable. Of course, it can be implemented by technology. Okay, so to be a successful solution architect, okay, we need to really understand the big picture concept of where the customer want to go, and we have to come up with a solution. We have a plan to get them there. This is like our job, your job. The moment you will learn this new technology, it will be your job. You need to work with the clients. Okay, and not only clients, maybe you will be the solution architect for your own company. Your manager come to you, hey, my business people give me this requirement. How can I build this solution for our business people? It could be your own company as well. Not like every time you'll be working for some consultant. So even you are working for your own company, your business people will be your customer. Customer doesn't mean it should be only outside of organization. It can be your own organization, maybe different department. Even your own developer could be your customer, because you need to give them an infrastructure, you need to give them some machine so that they can work on, so that they can deploy their code, they can test their code. So think about this, change your point of view from now on. Okay, everyone can be your customer. Everyone. When you walk in the road, you saw someone, he can be your customer as well. Change your perspective. Not only the final buyers are the customer, anyone who is using your solution, who can be benefit from your solution, Who will give you feedback for your solution? Can be your customer. It can be inside the organization. It can be outside the organization. Anyone, okay? So we have a business problem and we know the customer goal, okay? But how we will get the customer to the final outcome, okay? And to get there, there are multiple steps. As a solution architect, you need to be take care of, okay? Initially, the first step is start with alignment. What do I mean by that? Alignment. Okay, the CTO come to your manager. Hey, we have an application, like a new app game we want to deploy from our customer. Okay, this is the high level business problem. They have an app game they want to deploy so that the business can use, the end user can use. This is the high level business problem. This is the goal. But we need to align everyone. What I mean by that, align everyone. Yes, the stakeholder could be the CTO, the CEO, the developers, the finance department, even the end users who are gonna use this game. All of them are a stakeholder, and we need to align them everyone. Why? If you hear someone like you want to go with the cloud computing technology, but later on your developer come to you, hey, I don't want this cloud computing. I don't want this bullshit. What you are talking about? I don't know about how to use cloud computing. You're giving me something new. I don't know how to use it. It will never be work, right? This is the problem. But if you have an alignment workshop, could be 1 to 2 days of workshop, bring every stakeholder in like one room or one room and talk about it, right? Talk about the business problem and talk about your ideas. Hey, we want to put this game in cloud computing technology or the technology you choose, and give them opportunity to talk about it. Give them opportunity to ask question to you. Then you will explain to them what will be the benefit to use this technology. Okay. Then if they align, yes, then you define the outcomes. If we use this technology, what will be our outcome? How long it will take? What will be our cost? And how you reach there? High level business implementation plan. Okay. Then, is it necessary you need to go build the architecture, build the infrastructure, build the move to the cloud computing the next day, everyone aligned? No. Do a POC, do a proof of concept. You have given some idea, but you didn't show them, the business people, how it gonna look like. Okay, what will be the benefit? The idea is only in the paper, right? Only in some beautiful slides, but give them something to play. So the next step is launch a POC, proof of concept. Like take the application and work with your team, then build a prototype, simple application. Just move it to the cloud computing or any other industry technology. Then show to the business people, show to the stakeholder, hey, you have this running in on-premise or you have this prototype. Now we change the idea using some latest and greatest technology using cloud computing. Now you can compare. Okay, this is benefit you are getting from your existing idea, like legacy way of working, legacy data center based technology, and this is the outcome and cost you will get for your cloud computing technology. Now you compare apple to apple, and after this POC, the business and other stakeholder will get more confident on your idea. If you didn't do this POC, they will wait for some like 5-4 months, and after that you will show them and the big picture, they said, I don't need this. Then it's very difficult for you to revert it back, right? That's why it's important to launch a small footprint in the cloud computing with a small application to show them how, when we move to the cloud computing technology, how it's gonna look like. Then after the POC is successful, you will start building more and more application, more and more component of your application to the cloud computing in the scale stage. And after everything is moved, do you think our job done? So no, maybe we choose a service which might be suitable for that time, but this technology is continuously evolving. Continuously new service, new feature is upgrading, launching. And in the optimized stage, our job is to optimize the solution with the latest service so that we can improve our cost. Okay. And finally, it's a continuous process. Again, we do the alignment, launch, scale, optimize, continuous process. So fine, after all this process, we will get the business outcome. So 4 stages to reach the goal with the business outcome. And our job as a solution architect will help the customer or business people in every of the stage. Okay, it's not that we have a built-in architecture, we give the architecture to the developer like construction people and go for the vacation. No, it's not like this way. This is a software architect job. This is an infrastructure architect job. We will be part of the team and we will be there. We will be work with the development team. We will be work with the infrastructure team always. Because anytime they will come to you, you need to refine your solution architect. You need to refine your architecture diagram, everyone, and help them to build it. Okay. You need to, it's a very important job. And you need to be a good vocal. Okay. What I mean by that, you need to be a good storyteller. Okay. Because the business people might not have that technology idea. And you need to be a storyteller explaining them, not using that technology term, using some conventional term. You need to be a good storyteller. Okay. So I want to take the pleasure to give you some idea. Later on, I will show a couple of more concepts because you don't know what is cloud computing yet. I want to take the opportunity to explain what is cloud computing and what you're going to learn from this course. So at the end of this program, you will have a highlight features of all the AWS services. Okay. Then we'll talk about some basic cloud concept. What I mean by that, not related to only AWS cloud, it could be any cloud computing provider. Then we will talk about well-architected framework, which is kind of Bible for solution architects. You will use this solution architect framework to cross-check what are you implementing and are you following the best practice guideline or not. Okay. Then I will teach you how to design the solution architecture using some tools or technology. Then we will have an hands-on, deep level of hands-on and configuration steps. Okay, all the core cloud services of AWS, which will give you a high-level idea and be competent in the market, so that you can compete with other who already know this technology. Will help you to some basic commands. I believe not everyone learns some Linux and Bash commands, and we will help you to learn some basic commands as well, because some Linux commands, some Bash scripts is required for this course. Although you don't know, but don't worry about that. We'll cover this as a part of this course. Then we will help you. This is the most important thing, everyone excited, right? We will guarantee you, will help you to clear the solution architect exam. That means AWS solution architect associate level exam. The course is built on, provided in the mind that you're gonna sit for the exam and you will clear the exam. Okay. Then we'll have hands-on, and of course we'll help you with some workshop, and that's workshop after the course. The workshop we build this workshop with some like a regular customer problem, and we'll work together in a kind of workshop fashion. We'll give you opportunity to work so that you build the customer architecture for the customer problem in that workshop. Okay. And of course, this is the most important part you were excited about, right? We'll help you to build your resume. We'll help you to clear the interviews. What I mean by that? Let's say you help with the build the resume, right? You do the apply, and also let's say you get some call for the interview. Okay, and we know that what are the interview question you might be asked in the interview, and we'll help you some content and help some make you some. We will give you some content for preparation, and we'll talk about how the interviews will look like, so that you'll be more confident during the interview. As well, we'll have some like job fair in Prague. So some of the industry recruiters, they come to our place and they can have on-site interview as well. Also, we'll have a big network because most of our employees in Prague, they have industry alliances. We will refer, we will refer in whenever some requirement, we'll refer in those job placement. Okay, so these are the things you will get from Prague, and I will take the opportunity now to start some demo and some hands-on practices as well, which will give you some idea how we build this course and how we get benefit from this course. Okay, so in the first module, we will talk about what is cloud computing, what is the foundation of cloud computing. Okay, so basically in the cloud computing, basically we will utilize the application or website or games or app. Basically everything is an application. Okay, and what is this application? From the architecture point of view, this application could be like a group of coordinated function which can be written by some programming language. From the business point of view, okay, the application will be utilized to run the business operation, to help the business to do the operational activities smoothly. Think about Microsoft Excel is an application, right? From the business point of view, I don't know how the Microsoft Excel is built on, right? All I know, I will use Microsoft Excel to do my bookkeeping, accounting in Excel. I will write some notes in Word, documents. I will build some PowerPoint presentation using PowerPoint PPT, right? So I don't want to know how the applications look at. This is the business view, right? I want to take the benefit. But from the solution point of view, we need to know how the Microsoft Office is built upon. Let's say think about a new application. Okay, let me give you an example. I want to build a new application like Uber-like application. So what are the things I need to think about? As a student, I need to think about lots of things. Where my infrastructure will look like, how many components, how the front end will look like, everything. Okay, but for the business people, they don't need to worry about all this component. But you need to know all these things, right? So two view of application. Now, everyone familiar with software engineering. Basically, this application, to build this application, we have a couple of components we need to take care of. Okay, the first component is actually the computer software, the source code of the software. Okay, it could be a specific task, it could be one line of code, and this source code can be developed in, I don't know, what about the programming language of choice? And there are many programming languages available in the market. I believe you have heard about Java, you heard about PHP, heard about .NET. These are the programming language. Okay, this is the computer software. Now, how using this programming language, what are the tools, what are the best practices, what are the process the developer will take to build the software? Like for example, they might use some like IDE made by integrated development environment, right? For example, in Java, they might need Eclipse software. For .NET, they might need Visual Studio. Also, they might need some version control. For example, GitHub or GitLab or Bitbucket, where they will store their source code so that they can share between their multiple developers. Okay, they need to talk about some DevOps tools, like how the code will be integrated. They might need to use some testing. All this will be fall under development infrastructure. Okay, so utilizing development infrastructure. I have the code ready, but what I will do with this code? Can I show my end user, this is in my own laptop now, like developer laptop. How do I need to take the laptop to every user every time to use the software? No, right? We need to deploy this code to some infrastructure. For example, the infrastructure could be a server, could be a big machine, big computer, okay? And let's say computer might have some hard disk component, some database component, some networking component. It can be have some IP address. It can have some routers in it, right? Some storage, some CPU RAMs. All these different components we call system infrastructure, okay? Not only that, we cannot deploy a software only in the computer. The computer need to have some operating system installed. The computer need to have some runtime environment. Remember the Java application. You might use Java application. To run your Java application in your own laptop, you need to have Java virtual machine. What is that? To run a Python software, you need to have Python environment. What is that? All of these are runtime environment. All of these are dependencies to run your application. You don't need to, only the CPU and RAM will not help you to make your application in a running instance. Okay, we need some dependencies. On all those dependencies, like the web server, database server, everything we call application infrastructure, or called in another language we call middleware. Okay, so all these four components together worked as an integrated to give you the opportunity to move your app available for your end user. Okay, and what are you going to learn in this course? What are you going to learn in this cloud computing course? We will learn basically the cloud computing service provider will have services for each of these four areas. Some services will be under develop infrastructure. Some services will be under the system infrastructure. Some services will be under the application infrastructure. Together, all those services will be needed to make your application available for your end user. To make the game, I talked about a couple of moments ago, available so that the end user can download from the Google app or iOS app, from App Store or Play Store, so that they can play in their mobile phone. All these four components, and we will learn about all these four. What are the services we have in AWS cloud computing under this four component? Okay, and for this we need idea what is cloud computing. In the next slide, I'm going to talk about what is cloud computing. Before I talk about the official definition of cloud computing, let me give you a real life example of cloud computing. Okay, completely real life. I tell you, you're using it. So basically, cloud computing is renting of IT resources. In simple language, what I mean by that, renting of IT resources. Okay, a new example, just an example. Let's say you have a front yard. Okay, you have a front yard and you need to clean the grass in this front yard. So someone is coming, you need to clean the grass if you have a front yard, right? So, but you don't have the lawnmower. What are you gonna do? You have two options. The first option is either you can go to some store, you buy a lawnmower, and after you buy the lawnmower, this will be your property, and you will use the lawnmower to cut your grass and everything you will do. So if something goes wrong with the lawnmower, you need to put oil, you need to do the maintenance of the lawnmower. Everything you need to do by yourself. This is your property. No one will help you. Maybe you have some warranty, but that's some physical, service warranty. But you need to do anything by yourself. This is your property. And you are using this lawnmower to cut the grass. This is option one. The second option you have, maybe you can cut the grass in another way. The other way is you can rent the lawnmower from Home Depot or some other provider. Okay, Let's say there is an in Home Depot, maybe with $30 to $40 you need to pay. You can take the lawnmower from the home from and maybe 9 a.m. in the morning, and you need to return by 7 p.m. in the same day, and you need to pay like $50 or something else. Okay, so you do that. This you take this option. You rent the lawnmower in the morning. You come to your home. You clean your grass. Then you clean it and you return it at the 7 p.m. But during this day, by any time, if the lawnmower is not working, doing malfunctioning, okay, maybe something is not working in the lawnmower. So what are you gonna do? Does it your job to fix this lawnmower? No, right? You rent it. You rent it from the Home Depot. Then you call the Home Depot. There will be a technician come to your home. They will fix it. Then you continue your job. And after they fix it, they go away. So this is their property. Their responsibility is to fix the lawnmower, not your responsibility. But the ultimate goal, what is your ultimate goal? Your ultimate goal is to clean the grass. And the job is done. Both options will do the job, right? But the first option, you need to buy it, you need to own it, you need to have some physical expenditure. You have a fixed expense. Maybe you're gonna use it in the next summer as well, and this summer every week or 2 weeks, but this is your property. You're gonna take care of this. But with this second option, there are some benefits in it, right? Also, maybe we need to pay $50, that's fine, but that's the whole day, right? Okay, and you don't need to take care of anything, but the job is done. Okay, the second option I'm talking about is cloud computing, renting of some resources. The first option I'm going to about owning the lawnmower is kind of building the architecture, building the infrastructure in the data center. So that means you will buy all the big servers, all the big racks. You will build a building, you put everything in that building, and you deploy your application in your own data center. And your responsibility is to manage the data center. Your responsibility is to manage the power. Your responsibility will be, if some hardware gonna fail, you will replace it. Everything is your responsibility. But cloud computing, you don't need to worry about all this like heavy lifting task. Even you don't need to put any building. You don't need to worry about anything. Your requirement is you want to host an application for your end user. All you need to know, log into the console of cloud company. You can do it from your laptop. You don't need to talk anyone in AWS or any other product. You just sign up, you build a small machine. The machine is somewhere in the world. You don't need to know where is the machine, but still you can select where you want your machine. You can select the geographic location where the machine will be located. You select that and you build the machine and you deploy your application. Later on, you give the IP address or domain name to your end user to use it. And if something goes wrong with the machine, who's gonna fix it? AWS will fix it. You don't have to worry about anything. And after you are done, let's say you use this application for 1 year, you can kill the application, you can kill the hardware, it will come back, right? But for the lawnmower case, you buy it after 1 year, can you return it? No, you need to use it for same thing with the data center. If you build the data center, after you're done, you cannot replace the data center. It is your property. You need to fill the everything, right? These are the benefit of cloud computing I'm talking about. Another benefit, let me talk about another benefit and with another example. Okay, so let's say you came to Canada, okay, and you want to look for some place to live. You have two options. Either option one, you can buy a house. Okay, you can buy a house, option one. And option two, you can rent an apartment or a 2-bedroom or 3-bedroom apartment in a condominium. Second option. Option one, with the option one, let's say you buy a house of 2-bedroom, okay, and you are, let's say, only 2 people, you and your family. Maybe I'm just guessing, you are only 2 people. Then you have a 2-bedroom apartment, sorry, 2-bedroom house. I'm not talking about, let's say, house, and you are still living there. Then your job is to maintain the house. Your job is to, if something goes wrong with the electricity, if something goes wrong with the plumbing, if something goes wrong with some any water supplier, you need to fix it by yourself. You're gonna call the service provider and they will fix for you. You're gonna pay, but this is your property. But in the second option, you just rent an apartment, you start living there. Okay, maybe you can get a full furnished apartment, or you can get an apartment, you need to put your things there. Both is possible. Okay, in the second option, you are renting an apartment, and at each month you are paying the rent. That's it. That's all you need to do, because you are living there. You are enjoying, you're living, using the living room, you're using the bedroom, you cook food for you, everything you are using, but you are paying the rent only. But if the stove is not working, if something wrong with the fridge, if something wrong with the AC, who gonna fix it? You gonna fix it? No. You just need to call the owner and they come and they will fix it for you, because you're not owning these things. This is owner's responsibility to fix. Same thing in the cloud computing. Okay, same thing in the cloud computing. You're renting some IT resources. Another, the same example, I'm gonna take the benefit of how we're gonna scale. Let's say in the first option, where you owning the house, let's say your parents come to live with you. Now 2-bedroom is not enough, you need 3-bedroom. What are you going to do? You cannot extend your existing house from 2-bedroom to 3-bedroom. Your only option to sell this house and buy a new house. It is very cumbersome. So a scale is not easy with this fixed type arrangement. Same thing in the data center example. If you have your own data center, you have buy everything for your current requirement. If you need more computing, if you need more database, if you need more hardware, it's not very easy. But if the second option, when you have a 2-bedroom apartment, you rent it, your parents come to you, what are you going to do? You look for a new apartment, 3-bedroom apartment, then you move there in the next month. Very easy for you. Okay, same thing in cloud computing. Same thing. You start your application with one server. Now you need a bigger server. Very easy. You just kill the existing one and spin up a bigger one. Very easy for you. Okay, very easy. That thing is cloud computing. That is the flexibility you are getting from the cloud computing. And I want to show you an action now. Okay, so cloud computing basically, now I want to talk about some real life definition. It's a convenient and it's an IT model. Of course, it's an IT model which enable you for on-demand network access of shared pool of configurable resources. It's a shared pool of configurable resources which can be rapidly provisioned, and it can be released with minimal management effort. So after you are done, you can release it as well. Okay, but if you buy it, if you build the on-prem data center, you cannot do it. So there are some essential characteristics we have in cloud computing. That is, it should be on demand, self-service. I don't need to call anyone. It should be on demand and self-service. Then its resource pool is have multiple resources are there. Of course, it should be accessed through broad network, and it can scale up and down rapidly. Of course, I need to know what will be my cost. It's not like hidden cost anywhere. It's not a banking mortgage. Whatever the service you are using, you'll get a list of price and you can calculate at the month end or after 10 days, what will be my cost. Okay. So the cloud computing has a couple of service model. Okay, the service model is infrastructure service, platform as a service, and software service. And I will talk about the service model in the next slide. And then I will show a quick demo how easy to use cloud computing. And there are a couple of deployments in cloud computing. We can have a private cloud, we can have public cloud, and we can have hybrid. What I mean by that, private cloud means this cloud computing is only for your organization. No one can use it. Public cloud like AWS, Google, as these are like public cloud. So anyone can use this. Just sign up online, they can use it. Hybrid cloud, if you are using multiple public cloud, or you are using something in private and something in the AWS or Google or Azure or IBM. So combination of deployment types is hybrid clouds. Now, what I'm going to talk about, what are the benefits you will be get by using this cloud computing technology? Of course, cost reduction. Why cost reduction? Because in the option one, in the data center technology, you need to have a big investment. Okay, you need to have a building, you need to have the like floor, you need to manage the power, AC, generator, everything. You need to have big server racks, then you need to buy the server, huge investment. But in cloud computing, it's variable in cost. The more you use, the more you pay. The less you use, the less you pay. There is nothing you need to pay upfront. Huge cost reduction. And speed to market. What I mean by that is speed to market. Let's say you have an application, let's say game, and you have two options. Either you can build a data center to host your game. It will take 6 months normally. That's the time, like it's industry standard. Or the next day you can use cloud computing to host your application, or you can do it same day. So other competitor, your competitor might thinking is still they are using cloud computing or not, right? But you already think it, you deploy the cloud computing, and your application will be in the market before your competitor. So you will be the like leader in the same market. Agility. What I mean by that, your developer needs some machine to do some testing. You don't need to buy it from the market now. You just deploy some machine for them in cloud computing, and the developer can use it. Just do some test, and later on you can easily deploy. You will make iterative fashion, you can deploy. And also elasticity and scalability. What I mean by that, you are not restricted by, hey, you build a machine with 10 GB RAM, you are there, done. No, it could totally flexible. You can increase from lower to bigger. Okay, totally flexible. So that are the benefit of cloud computing. Now what I'm going to show, I want to show you an action, how easy to deploy something in cloud. Okay, so this is I'm using my laptop, and this is a console for using the AWS cloud dashboard. So what I'm going to do, I have my application, and that application is just saying hello world. Simple. I don't want to go with the big difficult application. Simple hello world application. Okay, and I'm gonna use AWS cloud, some virtual machine which is in some location. I will choose the geographic location as Canada. Okay, so what I'm going to do, first thing, I need to choose the location. So there are multiple options here. I choose the location. I will use the Canada data center. Then I know the service of virtual machine is easy to, you will know that as well. So I want to show you how easy it is. Then I gonna launch the VM. Click here. Then I will use the operating system. Some quick information. Don't worry about this thing. Then I'm selecting okay, and I just launch it. Very easy steps. I'm not explaining the steps to you at this moment. I just want to show you how easy to deploy an application. So some machine is being provisioned where it is provisioning in AWS data center in Canada, somewhere in Canada, basically in Montreal. But did I go there to provision this? Did I call someone, hey, give me a machine? It's self-service, on demand. Okay, and I choose some RAM. I choose a machine with 1 GB RAM and 1 GB CPU. And later on, I will show you how easy to scale, like from a small to bigger one. How easy to do that. And to do that, even I don't need to call anyone. Everything is self-service. And you will learn this to do that. How to do all this configuration. You will learn in this course. Okay, so let's wait. It takes some 2 to 3 minutes to spin up, because lots of software is installing by think about data center. You need to do lots of work, and here AWS is doing something for you. You're not doing anything. You are just using some dashboard and do this provision. Okay, so I think it's ready. Let me log in to this machine, and it's very easy to log in. See, I am logging to the machine and I am not going there. I'm inside the machine. I will learn little bit script now to deploy application, and all these things you will learn. Okay. I am installing the web server. Okay. And this web server we needed for me. I start the web server. Okay. Then I will deploy something. Then I will create a file, and I will write some command like welcome. This is my application. Okay, welcome to AWS Cloud Demo Class. Listen, this is my application. Okay, it could be a more complex, but for now it's easy. Only this. Okay, and I want to see this application I just wrote, right? What I need to have this IP address, and I just put in a browser. There, see, I can see. And this IP address, if I give you now, you can access it. No matter where you are located in the world, you are accessing my application. See how easy it is. Okay, let me show you one more way of deploying the application. So there is another service. There, I don't need to run any kind of code. Okay, let me do that. So I'm creating the environment. So let me give the name of this application. Let's say demo class, something like that. Okay. I'm leaving everything default now. So let's say my application is based on, let's say, PHP. Okay. I just select my PHP and I create the environment. I am creating my environment. It takes some time. So behind the scene, they are doing something, and we can see what they are doing. AWS is doing for us. See, something is creating, you can see, and after it's done, it will give us a URL, and there we can easily access our application, and that easy. And I am not going in the data center. I just do it everything from my laptop, and you can do the same thing if you are using AWS Cloud. And that's the benefit of using AWS Cloud Computing. Okay, so let's wait to see it in action. In the meantime, what I'm going to do, I want to show you. Okay, hold on. Let's stay here. So something is created for us. It's starting. It takes some time, like 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, till it's created, let me show you one thing. In the other example, what I told you, I want to show you how we can scale. Okay, let it be done. I think it takes some time. Yeah, it's doing something. So let me show you how we can change my instance, right? Change my server. So this one I have created early one, right? So I start with T2 micro, like some 1 GB RAM. Now I want to scale, like I already shared, is very easy to go from 2 bedroom to 4 bedroom, very easy in cloud computing. So let's getting some more resources. So what I'm going to do, so this is my IP address, right? And this is the one, I have my server here. So now I want to stop. I will change my instance type. I will use a bigger instance. Okay. I'm doing refresh. It takes some time to stop as well. It is stop. So from the console, now I want to change my instance type. Let's say I'm moving from 1 bedroom to 2 bedroom. So this is the micro. I want to go with a large. Let's say 4 bedroom. This one will give me 4 GB RAM, sorry, 8 GB RAM and 8 GB CPU. Very big. And after that, I run. Okay. So I change my instance type. I change my RAM size. I change my computer size. It's a bigger one. And this is one way. There is another way which will give you more instance type automatically. This is the way I do it manually, but still we can get automated way. There is where that one you will learn during the course. Okay. So let me see. And my content is there. I didn't delete anything. So let it wait to it running. I think it's ready after some time. So let me see it's ready or not. And pasting the IP address. No, it's still not ready. It takes some like 2 to 3 minutes. So now, not ready yet. Normally it need to be passed like this, then it will be ready. We need to wait for it. This is the refresh button. I'm checking. I think it's ready now. It's lots of time. No. You need to wait to see. You will see like 2 by 2 checks is done. Then after that, it will say it's ready. So in cloud computing, see how easy you just deploy your application. You can deploy anything you like. Okay, and you can use it from on the fly. And about the cost, so let's say I'm running this one for 10 hours and I can only pay for 10 hours. I don't need to pay for a whole month. The number of towers you are using, you need to pay for only that hours. And let's say you can calculate it as well. Very easy. It's like variable cost. You don't need to buy it at all. Okay, even if you use 1 hour, you pay for 1 hour. That's it. So this is ready now. If I copy the IP address, normally we will put in a domain name later on and paste it there and see. take some time. Let me log in and see. Okay, so copy IP, press it. See, welcome to AWS Cloud Demo class. Same thing. Earlier it was big, now small, it was now big. See, and let's say I'm done. I complete my work. Very easy. Go here and terminate. Done. I don't want to pay anything now. So this is how easy we do it here. We talk about another one, right? So let me see the other service is created or not. Yeah, this one is also done. So if I go here, the PHP application, and it will give me an URL. If I click here, see, my application is ready. The other one is very easy, not like the EC2 one. So that service is called Elastic Beanstalk. So you just need to select the platform and our application will be ready for us. Okay, so this is the benefit you will get from cloud computing, and we will learn a lot, not only these things, and I will be waiting for you to start the next class. Thank you, everyone. If you have any question, please reach out to Praga. We will be happy to help. Thank you.